Hey, good morning, you guys. I'm just going to jump in, kind of get some of my final thoughts about this great transfer, or what I'm calling the great transfer, where only utility drivers were supposed to be transferred. But we're going to jump straight into the article here. So we're going to go to section Article 38, page 144 in your book, and then section 1. It says that the employer agrees that prior to any changes in its operations that will result in change of domicile and or possible layoff of senior employees, it shall notify the affected union in writing. So man, don't tell me that these individuals did not know what's going on unless the company did not follow the contract. And if they did not follow the contract, then what is the repercussions of that? What should the union be responding with? You know, it should be a little heavier hand if they did not know. Uh, in writing with specific details, all right? Specific details and information then available, and then meet jointly. And meet jointly here. Look, with the in with with them to inform them of the proposed change and resolve questions raised in connection with the proposed change. The information right here, once again, the information will be provided at least 7 days prior. Okay, so if it is, and later on we'll see that there's a 45-day period here, we're looking at 7 days prior to the 45 days. We're looking at almost 52 days there. So let's take a look. Let's jump back in here. The information will be provided at least 7 days prior to the meeting. During this joint meeting, the employer and the union shall reduce to writing all agreed upon issues, and both parties shall sign the written document in acknowledgement of such agreement. This is what was supposed to be done here. The parties shall also reduce to writing all unresolved issues. Was this done or not? The question becomes, is this done? Was it done or not? If this was not done, then what are the repercussions? Should not the union be dropping the hammer a little bit harder than what they're doing? If any, and they shall be referred directly to, let me see here. The party shall also reduce to writing all unresolved issues, right? If any, and they shall be referred directly to the appropriate regional change of operations committee. So now this is another thing I wanted to jump into, that there's supposed to be a committee, and let's look at what their job is to be. This shall be completed where practical at least 45 days prior. 45 days prior to the proposed change. The change may not be implemented until the 45-day notice is provided. All right, so one of the areas that our union is jumping on is down here a little bit lower, where it says the meeting is complete, and the meeting is completed unless the operational change is dictated by a emergency condition. Right, so this is where they're leaning on. Our union is leaning on and saying, hey, well, it's an emergency condition, and so they had to do it right away. Well, if that is the case, then we should continue on and read down there towards the bottom. I'm just going to jump down to the bottom. It says, any unresolved issues reflected in section C shall, or C below, which have been reduced to writing, will be resolved pursuant that section. Well, let's jump down to section C here. It says a joint change of operations committee. So this is the hope that we have here, you guys. This is the hope that we have here. A joint change of operations committee will be established in each regional area and will resolve issues arising out of proposed change of operations. Right? The committee will resolve issues involving seniority application. All right? This is what we're hoping for. So you guys, if we're going to be doing anything, if you guys are going to be fighting for anything, whenever you see your business agent, you should be asking for the Joint Change of Operations Committee. And when are they going to resolve the seniority issue? That is what we should be seeking for. All right, so the other issue that I have is that we could have done this a lot better. Our transfer could have been done a lot better. But there's some things that are bothering me here, all right? There's some things that are bothering me. And one of the things that are bothering me is that it was supposed to be only utility drivers. But one of the strangest things that I have discovered is that it seems to appear that there's some deal making going on behind the scenes. There were supposed to be 10 drivers that were needed to go up there to that particular building. Well, in the mix, now it was supposed to be only utility drivers. There were two 224 drivers that went. And the strange thing that I see from my own personal opinion is that there were drivers that may have been protected from going up or being transferred. And so these individuals got together and were allowed to hand pick certain drivers to go. And it seems like everything has been agreed upon to allow two 224 drivers to be transferred when no other 224 driver was transferred. That's not right. That's not right. If you're going to move 224 drivers, then keep the utility drivers and move all the 224 drivers. But now, if there's supposed to be some drivers who fall within that range, this is my own personal opinion here. If some drivers who follow in that range, you're not supposed to be protecting certain individuals. But it seems like, and it looks like, to me, in my personal opinion, that your union has signed off on this. So hopefully, these 224 drivers will get together who have been transferred, will either file the grievances and or the utility drivers, once they find this out, will also file grievances on this. Because this is not right and it is not fair. There's other ways we could have handled this. We could have transferred in transfers, relaxed some of our rules for that, transferred in some of our transfers to go to that building. We could have flipped cover drivers. There are cover drivers who are upset now, who are looking forward to being in certain centers, who have trained in those centers with the hopes of being in there. And now they got to wait a longer time because now there's been a high influx of drivers transferring to that center, and it's not right to them as well. It's not right to the supervisors who are actually getting not the creme de la creme of some of the picks, because now they're getting a substitution of 224 drivers instead of getting the 2 full-time drivers that they were supposed to get. Also, the full-time drivers are being messed out of this because 224 drivers were actually transferred when in actuality, it should have been 224s from the get-go, but they didn't get the opportunity to be protected or looked out for, in my personal opinion. So you guys, these are just some of my final thoughts on this. Hopefully, whenever you see your business agent, you'll just go ahead and apply more pressure and apply pressure, because this is the only way we're going to get any type of change. And the hope that we have here, one of the hope that we have here is the Joint Council or the regional, a change of operations committee. It's the change of operations committee. So, man, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'm sorry for fumbling over some areas. Please continue to work with me. But you guys, I want to just get this information out to you because I just believe that what is going on is wrong. It's wrong. So pray for me, pray for my family, that the Lord will continue to watch over us and protect us, because a lot of this information that I'm getting out to you, a lot of people don't want you guys to have, and I will continue to pray for you and your family. Man, you guys have yourself a blessed day. Stay safe out there. Hope to see you guys again.